Plaintiff Jennifer Moyson says she dated the defendant, and after the defendant was kicked out of her home for stealing, Jennifer took her in. Jennifer claims the defendant was a minor at the time, so she added her to Jennifer's cell phone plan. However, after the defendant moved out, she stopped paying the bill, so she's suing. Defendant Bobby Gland says the reason she was kicked out of her family's home was because she's gay, not for stealing. Bobby claims after she started dating Jennifer, she became controlling and verbally abusive, and she denies owing her for the cell phone bill. She's countersuing for stolen property.
Start with you.
Your Honor, my senior year, Miss Glands and I had met each other, but we had only talked for like a couple weeks because school was ending, and then we got back, started talking again. And during the summer, we talked for a while, then we started dating. Then we were full-blown dating and everything else. And at the time, she just got kicked out of the family she was staying at's house because they thought she had stole some money. So,
Your Honor, that is not true. I was kicked out partially because of her and because I was gay.
Okay, go ahead. Where did you get the information that she was kicked out for stolen money?
Actually, that's what she told us and told my family. That's why they let her come and move in with us.
Do you have a statement from a family member?
No, I do not, sir.
Go ahead.
She'd moved in with us, and I'd actually been to the lady's house that she was staying in with before, and she had no problem with me coming over, staying the night, or anything like that. But when
How long did you live with the family?
Oh, a couple of years.
A couple of years. And it took them 2 years to find out you were gay?
It started when I was 12. I told them I had feelings that I might be gay. When I was 17, I fully came out, and my person that I was staying with did not approve of Jen.
Okay. How long were you visiting the home?
I was visiting there probably at least a month.
Okay.
If not longer.
And that was around the time she was asked to leave?
Yes.
Okay. When you start coming over within that month, they determined that she was gay, and as a result, asked her to leave, which some backwards, in my opinion, backwards and unfair and discriminatory people might do. Let me hear from you, ma'am. Give me some background.
I met Jen in high school. It's kind of a small gay community within the high school. I could be out to my friends, but not to my parents. So it's spiderwebbed. You know, it was inevitable that we'd date because people pass people around, et cetera, et cetera. You know, my family had found out about this, and I was kicked out. Jen had housed other people before.
What year was this? You all seem pretty young.
This was about a year ago. This was 2008, I believe.
Go ahead.
Jen offered up a place, so I stayed with her, and the relationship was good. Like, we were still dating when I moved in for about a month before she too became verbally abusive, controlling. I couldn't have friends over. I couldn't talk to people. It was constant suspicion.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Now, let's get to the stolen money that you're suing her for, the cell phone bill and the cancellation fee.
When she had lived there, I had let her get a second line on with me on my cell phone because she was a minor at the time. And I actually have a paper that shows that she'd pay for at least half of it, no matter if she had lived there or not. Well, she stopped paying me in the month of August, so September, they sent me a bill, and the cancellation fee was $250, which I have the bill and everything for that, and my credit card showing that I was the one that paid for it.
I see it. In the event that the companion line becomes an only line, meaning if she's dropped, my contract with Jennifer is cut and I owe her no money.
Yes, if she was taken off the line, but she didn't want to be taken off the line.
Did you take her off?
Yes, I did, because she quit paying for it.
Yeah, that is not true, Your Honor.
What was the intent of this contract?
We had been fighting prior to that, so I had her write that. So because we had been talking about her leaving, it's supposed to be that if she left, she pays half of the bill.
No, that's not what this says, ma'am. What did you understand it to say? Hold on, I'm looking at the top now. I agree to pay my portion, which is equally and no more than 1/2 of the phone bill. I, Bobby Glantz. Then at the end, it says, in the event that the companion line becomes an only line, meaning if you're dropped, you don't have to pay anything.
Your Honor, it had meant that when she turns 18, she was going to get her own line.
And that was the intent, to keep it, but she turned it off. I paid her ahead of time.
The intent was what of this contract?
To keep it until I was 18, until I could legally put my name in it.
All right, good. I'm glad. All right, because otherwise you were about to be out of everything. At least you all are telling me now, since you are not experts at drafting contracts, I needed to know what the intent was. And so she failed to pay.
Yes, she failed to pay that, so I had to get it turned off because if I didn't, it would keep adding on. And the cancellation fee was $250.
Okay.
As far as the checks go,
Tell me about that.
I have actual ones that she wrote and that as well.
But the stolen money are the checks.
Yes.
How did she get them?
When she had left, she took them. We were on a joint account.
And she wrote them?
Yes, she wrote.
Your Honor?
It was a joint account.
joint
Let me see
account.
them. Tell me about the checks and the cell phone bill.
It was a joint account. That was my spending money. My paychecks were being put in there. Hers were too. When she got for a while, I was the only one working.
Yeah, ma'am, how do I know she stole these? As opposed,
it was
this
in my
is a
name.
joint account, ma'am.
But it shows only my checks going into the...
What was the agreement on spending, though? That happens with couples a lot. So just because you put it in there, what was your understanding regarding her putting her checks in there? Was it just for her?
I had put money in there. I started it for myself. She started putting her direct deposit in there for
Did you all
whatever
have any
reason.
agreement regarding deposits?
No.
So your understanding was that it was 50-50? You
Yeah.
all didn't determine
She ruined
whose
my
$25 is being spent? Now, let's get to the cell phone. What do you want to tell me?
All right. The cell phone, I was a minor at the time. I could not have a phone in my name. She agreed to let me have a little companion line. So that was cool. I paid for the phone and everything. I paid her ahead of time. Amber, my witness, has driven me to Michigan City.
So why shouldn't you pay for the bill you ran up?
Because I paid her ahead of time.
So you paid all that you owe? Is that your point?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you have evidence of that?
No.
Okay.
Except for Amber.
She has evidence that you didn't. So I'm going to grant her judgment. Your counterclaim for stolen property is for what?
This camera, how it all started is I just bought this. It was 2 a.m. I'm laying in bed. Jen is nocturnal, so all the lights were on. She's talking to me while I'm trying to sleep. So I figured I'm up anyway. I started sifting through pictures on my camera. There are pictures of her kissing another woman on my brand new camera. And I was mad about it, so I asked her, why is this on here? Because when you're living with someone and your exes, you know, it's like making out in front of you just don't do it. And she did it. So
most people don't live with their exes.
well, it was either that or be homeless.
That's the first thing you don't do. But go ahead. How did she steal it?
She packed all my stuff, threw it out on the porch. The night before, she threw chairs at me, said she would go to jail for me. She'd beat me to a bloody pulp.
Never said that,
No,
Your
tell
Honor.
me about the stolen camera.
When I came to get my stuff the next morning, there was the box, but there was no camera in it.
Okay, ma'am.
I have statements from my mom and my brother saying that she grabbed all of her stuff and said whatever was left she did not want because she hurried up and she
Your
left.
mom and your brother were there?
Yes, they were, Your Honor.
Were they?
Yeah, they were also in our faces, yelling at us, and she was threatening
They
me at the
never
time.
yelled at her, Your Honor.
Why do you think she would only allege the camera was stolen out of all the other things?
Well, originally, Your Honor, she came back the next day after she had left. She was never officially kicked out. She said she wanted to leave.
Mm-hmm.
She came back the next day with a family member, and she grabbed some of her stuff, and then...
Said whatever was left
Yes.
behind you can keep.
No, not that time, Your Honor. She came back again
Ma'am,
with
we're
Amber.
talking about the time that she alleges you took her camera.
See, she never told me that I had taken her camera, Your Honor. She
This
never
is the
mentioned.
first time you've heard this?
She never mentioned anything
This
about
is
a
the
camera.
first
Yes, Your
time
Honor.
you've heard it today.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is a lie.
I don't believe you. Just don't believe you. Judgment for the defendant for your camera, and I'll grant you your judgment for the cell phone bill. That's it. Have a good day.
The allegations I threatened to assault her are not true.
They're totally true. She's controlling, abusive. She can do anything when she's angry.